It's alright. It's alright. It's alright. Come on. It's my life. It's your life. It's alright. It's alright. It's alright. You got to make a decision.
And one of the things when you listen to tips and podcasts and they talk about how, you should profess yourself to be a professional, and that's kind of, get people going or whatever, or get people tuning into your podcast, man. But, that's cool. And I believe in that and I agree with that. But I didn't want to do it unless mine was interactive, because I didn't just want to sit here all myself and just run my mouth the whole time. I wanted y'all to be able to weigh in. So that is why we have an interactive podcast. And that is why I am not only just a host, but I'm a Holla-tic too. So I get to talk and they get to see me, pretty haircut. My wife say, you look so handsome today. They might not get to see y'all, but we are all the same. And so I read y'all comments out just like it's mine. What's up, Cello? Cello crying, laughing, man. You know I'm right, Cello. You know I'm right, man. Let me quit filibustering, though. Tonight, coming to the floor. Y'all are going to freak out on this, man. And I have to wait till I put the floor subject on the floor before I explain how this became the floor subject. Normally, I take, and I still do. I don't say normally. I take in my subjects, the floor bills come directly from my politicians. And some of y'all know that. Y'all wrote it. All I did was rearrange it, put my little bells and whistles and serve it back. But tonight, coming to the floor, Rod say, would you like us to tune in via YouTube or Facebook? As of tonight, you can go to either place and tune in. I can actually see comments from both places. So you can either or. And I've had some people who go back and watch the show. I had a friend of mine call me over the weekend. He say, Ras, I work from sun up to sundown. I don't get a chance to check out the show, but I do go back and watch it because I upload every show onto Facebook. So question from Rod, do we watch it here on Facebook or YouTube? You pick your poison. Some people, you pick your poison. Some people like YouTube. Some people like Facebook. I actually put in an application for the show to be streamed through LinkedIn as well. LinkedIn ain't as easy as Facebook and YouTube. They have to approve you to be hosting on LinkedIn. So I just got a comment from that's you, huh, Rod? Check one. That's YouTube coming. I see it coming down my stream right now. So we're streaming from 3 different places. I'm streaming from the CastNet page. I'm streaming from my personal page, as well as I'm streaming from YouTube tonight. And soon to be, I speak by faith, LinkedIn. So we rolling, y'all. We rolling. This thing is big, man. But let me quit filibustering because I think I'm going to give you all time to weigh in tonight on this. I always do, but I want you guys to, weigh in on tonight. You know how we do it. Coming to the floor tonight, Hollatics. I need you to get your Twitter fingers, your Instagram fingers, your Facebook fingers, your text fingers, your Snapchat fingers, your TikTok fingers, whatever you use when you write the ugliest, hardest, most passion-filled messages to people. I need the veins, the sweat, the slobber coming out of your eyes, nose, neck when you weigh in. Coming to the floor tonight. And it's going to be different tonight. It's going to be scrolling tonight. If a parent of a minor allows the child to have a sex change, should they be protected by law? On the floor tonight, if a parent of a minor, that's a mistype, allows their child to have a sex change, I mean they under 18, should the parent be protected by law? Hollatics, prepare your amendments. I need you to weigh in tonight. God's child, Lenore Butler say, my first time here, been following you for 20 years from Florida to Houston. Living in Katy now, I love to come on your show. I have no problems with you coming on my show. God's child, Lenore Butler, now Holla-tics. Of course, since my new platform is just a piece of what's going on tonight, is that I got to get prepared to put some more guests. I'm gonna put the floor subject out there. I just want to correct this mistake real quick. I don't want people think we're illiterate over here. You know, I always make mistakes, man. My Hollatics know I'm horrible at typos. I done wrote books and everything. Typos crazy. Now coming to the floor tonight, if the parent of a minor allows their child to have a sex change, should they be protected by law? Hollatics, I need y'all to weigh in tonight. Now, you might be saying to yourself, Raz, how in the heck you come up with this floor subject? Some of you may know, but if you paid attention to Joe Biden's town hall meeting, he had this question come to him. A mother of an 8-year-old child is a transgender. Shocking, but it was true. And she proposed this question to Joe Biden. And she followed it up by saying, you know, Donald Trump had the word transgender removed from certain government websites. And she didn't think it was right. And Joe Biden responded that he would put it in the law if he was president. If he became president, he would make it a law. So I ask you, as the American people who has to either vote for Don or John or Joe in November, if a parent allows their child to have a sex change, a minor, got to be under 18, do you believe that parents should be protected by law? Hollatics, I need y'all to weigh in tonight. Of course, I am not only the host, but I'm a Hollatic as well. So I have my opinions. But Hollatics, I need to hear yours tonight. Now, again, I am an independent. I am not a Republican. I'm not a Democrat. I got good friends who are Republicans. I got good friends who are Democrats. I guess I've been blessed to be able to walk and not be so close to this person that this person hate me, and be so close to this person that this person hate me. I'm God's child at the end of the day. I'm not too black to love white. I'm not too white to love black. I'm not too brown to love black and white. Any of y'all know me? What's up? Johnny Flores is checking in from YouTube. We are streaming live on both platforms tonight. Hollatic Lafayette Stevenson say no. A parent that allowed a child to be transgender, meaning this is more than just a child feeling like they've been born in the wrong body, and so they choose to identify with the other. I'm saying they didn't went ahead and went through with the operation. Should the parent be protected by law? Hollatics, I need y'all to weigh in. Now, you might ask me this. You might say, Raz, what would bring the law into this? And this is where me and my wife had a very interesting discussion today about this. I'm saying to myself, what if the 8-year-old who felt like they were born in the wrong body later on, 20 years later, decide, you know what, I want to have a baby, but now my genitals been cut out. Or I want a boy child and I don't have a uterus. I think I'm going to sue my mama. Should the mother or the father, I don't want to pick on the ladies, be protected by law? Hollatics, I want y'all to weigh in. Holla-tics Lafayette, he already say no, don't protect him. If you go to them extremities, then whatever happened to you should happen to you. If you got to pay lawyers and you should have to fight it out. Some of you may not agree with Lafayette. Some of y'all may say, man, it is what it is. I don't know. I don't know what an opinion or a good reason of logic would be for somebody to be able to defend that in court. I don't. I'm not weighing in yet. I have my own opinion, of course, but I want you guys to weigh in. Johnny say, did you say Too Brown? Did I call you Too Brown? Oh, did I say Too Brown? I don't know if I said Too Brown. Of course, y'all know Johnny has to be Hispanic if his nickname is Too Brown, right? He gave his name himself that name way back in the day. So you know he been a Holla-tic before Holla-tics was even created. That's unapologetically telling you who he is if he named himself Too Brown, right? That is my guy, man. So don't y'all pick on him. Holla-tics, y'all weigh in tonight, man. On the floor tonight, if a parent of a minor allows their child to have a sex change, meaning a full-out transgender, not that they identify, not that they call themselves gay or queer or whatever, all the alphabets. I don't mean to poke fun. I mean, if a parent of a minor who's under 18 allow their child to have sex change, should they be protected by the United States federal law? Holla-tics, I need y'all to weigh in. I had somebody just say absolutely not, but I'm looking at it on the screen and they're not showing your face, so I need to go to my phone to see who that is. I apologize, but I haven't worked out all the bugs on my technology yet. Y'all know I'm my own producer. Holla-tics Michael Robinson say, I don't think they should be protected because a minor, I believe that a parent should be forcing that on their children and just gonna confuse the child later on down in life. That is Holla-tics Michael Robinson. He say, no, they shouldn't be protected. He feel like if a parent allows that to happen, ride with your child on this crazy journey. If they feel like God made a mistake, whatever comes down the line, you should hold your cup out and take a big dose of it. Holla-tics, I need y'all to weigh in. Holla-tics Lafayette Stevenson say, no. I got a Holla-tics weighing in from Facebook saying, absolutely not. I cannot see who they are from my screen. They must be weighing in from the Countryverse All-Star Network page, man. I appreciate y'all accepting the invitation from the Countryverse All-Star Network page. And somebody weighed in and say, absolutely not, Raz. So, Holla-tics, y'all weigh in. Some people, it's 1 or 2 word answers. Somebody give me an explanation why you feel like they shouldn't. Ain't this America? Ain't this the land of the free? Don't our rights protect everybody? Isn't minorities, when we make laws for minority, isn't the gay and the lesbian and transgender and the queer included in that? How come they can't be protected by law? Somebody weigh in. Holla-tics Yolanda Mosley, what I like to call Yo. Holla-tics Yo just checked in the building. Yo, tonight on the floor, if a parent of a minor allow their child to have a sex change, should they be protected by law? Again, I got this floor subject watching the town hall meeting with Joe Biden. A woman got up and asked him a question. Her 8-year-old child is a transgender, and she was upset at Donald Trump because of his position or the stance he took on transgenders. She said he removed the word itself of many government websites, and he also uh, has not allowed transgenders to serve in the U.S. military, and she was upset about that. So she hit Vice President candidate Joe Biden with it, and Joe Biden told her he would make it a law. He said within the first 100 days, and he gave a story about how when he saw his when he was with his pops, he saw two guys kiss each other, and he was 8 years. I think he said he was 8, or he was young. I don't want to confuse him being 8 with the lady. And he said his pops told him that they love each other. You know, harmless story. I know we have members of the gay community that walk amongst us. Always been here. Sometimes I feel like American can be so arrogant. We sometimes as Americans, we can be so arrogant because when we seen more homosexuality or you know the lifestyle. Everybody call it the alphabet. It's a whole lot of alphabets. The name. When we see more of that coming forth in America, we just feel like it's the end of the world. But y'all know God been looking at this stuff since the Romans, so He's not moved by that. Just because America is starting to experience more transgenders and gays and lesbians and queers doesn't mean, oh, look at the world is coming to an end. God has been watching this forever. The world, God comes back when He wants to. He comes back to set the record straight when He feel like it. It's not because us as America are experiencing stuff we've never seen before. It doesn't mean, oh man, God is angry at the country. He's coming back. Nah, God gonna come back when He come back. So I think it's beautiful when we see stuff surface that be in the hearts of men, because I do hidden stuff is more dangerous than open stuff. The man with the gun hidden in his pants getting ready to rob the store is more dangerous than the guy who walks in there with the gun blazing. So I'd rather see the guy with the guns blazing than dude hiding 2 AKs, in his pants. So this stuff is starting to surface, man. So I ask you, should they be protected by law? Hollatics, I need y'all to weigh in tonight. Hollatic being Cotton, Cotier. You guys tell me how to say it. I shouldn't be trying to say everybody's last name. I'm like butchering y'all last names, man. What's up, Gary Brock? I appreciate you for checking in tonight. It's the Hollatic Live Interactive Podcast. You're rocking with Raz, Chief Hollitician. Here we talk about no bars and stars. We don't talk about celebrity culture here. We talk about subjects that concerns you and me. It's stuff, ground level, street level conversations is what I like to call them. Hollatic Ben says, as a parent, we are responsible for what happens to our children till 18, even beyond till some degree. So I take that as yeah, they should be held responsible. No, they should not be protected by law, according to Hollatic Ben. Again, I gave the example of this. You might ask Raz if a kid has a sex change, if a kid is a transgender, then who's going to bring the parent up on charges? And again, I talk about the conversation I had with my wife. It might be the kid himself. At 8 years old, if I decided to take away my genitals, because I want to be a female, and 20 years later, I realized I made a mistake, and now I no longer have the equipment to produce, I might want to go back and sue my parents. Should the law protect my parents? Because of the decision that I made, and they just love me enough that they roll with me on it. Hollatics, I need y'all to weigh in. Y'all quiet tonight. I didn't hit y'all too heavy on a Monday. Y'all like, Rad, we just had a hard work day. Why you gonna hit us with this? I thought we was finna talk about adding an extra color to gummy bears or something. You talk about you too heavy on us tonight, Raz. Hollatics, I need y'all to weigh in tonight. On the floor, if a parent of a minor, meaning they're under 18, allow the kid to have a sex change. Not just identify, but have a sex change. Should the parent be protected by law? Federal, state law, whatever law. Y'all weigh in tonight. Now, again, I watched the town hall interview with Joe Biden, and I understand. Again, we shouldn't. I put a post up the other day saying, because I know we go hard, in America. We just can't say I don't agree with Rod Woe. I have to say, screw Rod Woe. You see the crap he did last week? I seen him smack his wife down. Why y'all riding with him? We have to go dig up people's passes, and we almost have to insult them and throw dirt on them just to get people to like the person we want them to like. I don't think that's necessary. So I put up a post the other day. I say, with all the political fighting that's going on, we have to remember that these Don and Joe are two 70-year-old plus men who had successful careers. Both are multimillionaires. They've been surrounded by loved ones and colleagues that honor them highly. And so we should be careful about what we say about people, because you can never have something you don't first respect. And I repeat that in my preacher's voice, like I always do. You can never have something that you don't respect. So if you look at these two guys that's running for president, we might not like their views, the party, the stuff they say, their characters, their personalities, but we still have to respect that these are two men God have allowed to live full lives, rich lives, wealthy lives, surrounded by loved ones, and honored by their colleagues. So we have to respect them, despite if we like them or not. And I would like to stress that heavily to my Hollatics, man, because we get real opinionated over here. We go in hard, and I will not reach out there and grab nobody's tongue and hold it. But I just would ask you, man, to even the candidates you may not like or whatever, still show your respect, because, at the end of the day, our lives come from God. He allows one to go up, one to go down. He exalts one. He allows one to descend, At the end of the day, it is all on God. Holla-tics Rod Woe say, Ben said, what in the world does an 8-year-old know? What Ben said. What is the word? I agree with you, Rod. I agree with you. And I don't want to weigh in yet. I was trying to stay away from that, Rod. But you stealing my cookies now. You all up in my cookie jar stealing my cookies, because what does an 8-year-old know? What does a 17-year-old know? What does an 18-year-old know? What does a 19-year-old know? Not taking away from anything you may have accomplished at 19. I made some really solid decisions early on in my life, so I would never look at a young man and discredit him. Sometimes when older men meet younger men, we like to put them in a place. I never do that. I always look at even kids. I look at them as small adults. They're adults in child phase. That's how I like to think about kids. So, but again, what does an 8-year-old know, according to Rod Woe? What does an 8-year-old know? What does a 10-year-old, 12, 15, 18, even 19? I know y'all remember Kyle Rittenhouse. He shot the two people, killed two people, helping the police in the protest. It did not, as horrific as the whole situation was, I did not develop anger against him because he's a teenager. We do stuff when we teenagers that 10 years later, we like, what in the heck was I thinking about? So again, if like Rod said, you 8 years old, you 10 years old, you 12 years old, you 15, even 18, when you're legal according to law, What do you know? That's Rawo saying, what being said? What in the world does an 8-year-old know? That is absolutely right in my book, Rawo. Well, we only two Holla-tics. We may get some descending opinions here. I'm hoping, I'm wishing. What up, Heat? Ain't seen you in a minute. Heat Bake checking in. What's up, Heat? Holla-tic Mike Robinson say, but I'm not the judge. But they are making laws to protect LGBTQ. I couldn't get all the alphabets, man. Appreciate you for putting that on the screen. I didn't want to butcher it. So they be protected. But I feel that the kids that at that age can't really make decisions like that. Again, y'all are all in my cookie jar. I haven't had a chance to weigh in myself yet, but I absolutely agree with you guys. I don't think a kid at 5, 6, 7, 8, and we're not making this up. Again, I got this from a town hall, the last town hall meeting Joe Biden did. A lady, 8-year-old kid, was a transgender. And I'm pretty sure we all know what a transgender is, but if you just fell out Mars the other day, it's not a person who identifies with the opposite sex. That means they have went all the way through. And what that little the gang, the little sound they make on the gang, they didn't went all the way through and had it done. So if a parent love their kid so much that they hurt, they feel for them, they believe that their kid is actually a female trapped in the male's body or a male trapped in the female body. So they go the whole 9 and have the whole sex change operation. Should that parent be protected by law? This is my question. This is the floor subject tonight. Holla-tic bug. Benny Williams to y'all, he bugged to me. He say, well, first of all, I totally disagree with that. But also, I have a question. Is it even legal for a surgeon to perform gender reassessment procedures on minors? I think that may be a state by state thing, Bug, because again, I didn't make this up. I actually saw a lady talking to the vice president candidate speaking for the 8-year-old kid. So it went down somewhere, whether it was legal or not. And I'm pretty sure she's not the only person in America. I can guarantee you that. So good question. Bug say, well, first of all, I totally disagree with that. Meaning he do not feel like parents should be protected by law. But also, I have a question: is it even legal for a surgeon to perform gender reassessment procedures on a minor? I guess if you get parents' consent, you can't do nothing to a child if they under 18 without the parent signing a piece of paper. A minor cannot do nothing outside to go to school and come home and do homework without the parents' consent under 18. So that's a good question, Buck. I think that may be a state by state thing. I think even if it is federal law, it's probably like marijuana. Some places marijuana is legal, but yet it's still a federal law. It's still breaking the federal law. So the state might not mess with you, but the feds can come in and mess with you. I'm not sure. I haven't did my research on that. It was just a very interesting video that I watched. And so, I wanted to bring it to the floor tonight, man. Holla-tic Yo say, everyone should be protected by law, but God is the author and finisher of our faith. They know not what they do. Nah. Yo, I am so glad that I don't know if your boss gave you off tonight or you just said, screw it, I ain't going to work, because I know you be working late, you don't tune into the show, but I'm glad you are here tonight because you make a good point. Holla-tic Yo say everybody should be protected by law. But at the end of the day, it's God that weighs in and passes judgment. And I think she makes a good point, because some stuff we protect people for by law, God ain't in agreement with it. So You know, if you're a Bible thumper like myself and a lot of the other Hollatics, you may you follow a different principle. You walk a different path. Even though the law may say something is cool, God's law say something is different. So Holla-tics Yo make a great point. She say everybody should be protected by law, Raz. But at the end of the day, it's up on God, you know, to judge that person or people or whatever. Great way in, yo. Holla-tics Raz say, medically speaking, the frontal lobe of the human brain is fully developed only when a person is 25 years old and older. That is true. I am a teacher by profession, and I read that about adolescents, their brain has not fully developed until you're 25. He is absolutely right when he say that. Not that he needs my affirmation. The rational part of the brain of a human isn't fully developed until they are 25 years of age. Hence, teenagers and adults until their mid-20s do not have a fully rational brain. Again, medically speaking, he is absolutely right. According to the science that we have here in America, and when I read that, Rob, I read this for myself, and it answered a whole lot of questions for me because I was you know, you could talk to children and you can like, what is wrong with you? And we don't always realize that their brains don't even function rationally like ours until they went beyond 25. So some stuff kids cannot even rationale. That is true, Rye. That is straight medical opinion coming from Rye. Great weigh in, Rye, because you know we love opinions here, but you just put some medical facts on the table. That is great. Holla-tics Cello say some parents are stuck mentally and emotionally in immaturity. I think it has a lot to do with where they are as parents. Putting things into the law in order to please another can often be disastrous for the masses. I will completely agree with you, Cello. Sometimes we run to the law to protect irrational decisions or irrational whatever, you know. And sometimes the law don't protect things that are completely rational, right? The law is imperfect. Even God's law, it wasn't imperfect. It was so hard that he had to send Jesus. And I'm a Bible thumper. You may not believe in God, but this is where I come from. God's law was so hard and so cut and dry that he had to send grace through his son. So yes, Cello, sometimes we run to the law to rationalize or correct things or protect ourselves from things that we shouldn't even be trying to be protected from. Consequences should hit you in the chest for certain things, and the law cannot save you from that. You're absolutely right, Cello. Yo say I worked all day. Girl, you ain't got to give me no explanation. You know I'm just messing with you. How to tick bug. I will say this though. Sometimes with this particular issue, loving and supportive parents are put in situations that cause them to have to act even if it's against what society deems appropriate. Sometimes these children suffer in such a way that is absolutely horrifying for a parent to have to watch their child go through, and the rest of the world is not there with them. You're right, Bug. You're right. You're absolutely right, Bug. You know, bullying, even the whole you know, gay and lesbian thing, man. You're absolutely right. I give you my experience with that. And this is my way in. This is my professional way in because I am not only the host, orator, but I'm also a Holla-tics. So I have to give my opinion. I just can't sit here and have you guys drop your opinion and beat y'all to death and talk about it. I have to weigh in myself because I'm a Holla-tic. Now, here's a short story from me. It doesn't have to do with transgender or you know, gay, queer, all the alphabets. I can't remember all of them, but I used to throw my youngest son, in the car with me and drive him around. And I would have adult conversations with him. And I saw him look at me, and I knew he didn't understand half of the stuff I was saying. But I knew if he sat under it long enough, it would chisel him to be a little bit more sharper than the average kid. And I was absolutely right. When he hit high school, he was in early college. He didn't do a lot of playing. He played video games. All kids do, but he was not involved with a lot of stuff that high school kids, normal high school boys was into. He had his friends. He was an athlete. He was the star of the football team. Actually, he was a short guy, running back. Everybody loved to see him run, but sometimes he would be at home and he would say, "Pops, man, y'all ruined me, man. Y'all grew me up too fast." And it's sort of like what Bug was saying. I saw what I was doing. I wanted to help him, but actually it was causing him anguish in a way. I almost wish I would have just let him be crazy. And Bug, you know how we used to be. I was afraid he was going to turn out like us, so I did everything to stop that from happening. And I saw the anguish, the same thing you saying. So it is hard. I can't sit here and make light of this subject, and I'm weighing in right now. I can't sit here and say I know how a parent feel to come home and see their kids get rejected in school, and or a young girl who's not pretty and she's not into makeup and hair and all that, and so she gets ridiculed, but yet she's accepted by boys, so she identified more with boys, so she feel like, not using a rational brain, she feels like she should be a boy, and God made a mistake birthing her as a girl. I can't sit here and the closest I can say I feel that is what I done to my son. And so to see your kid in anguish, yeah, you might make a mistake and feel like your kid is right, and allow them to be permanently changed for that. And so your kid grow up and find out you made a mistake, and now you have to do jail time or pay a sentence or something. You might get in trouble legally. No, that's not easy, man. It's easy for us to just strike opinions at that and say, man, that is crazy. Absolutely not. No, it's not that easy, man. It's not, Bug. It's not. I get what you're saying. Yet in my professional opinion, I feel a lot like Rod Woe. I think kids are, even when you're up to 25, I still think you're not dealing with a fully rational brain. So it would be hard pressed for me to take my kid into an operating room and remove probably the most important organs they have. The first thing God told us to do was be fruitful and multiply. And you can, to have that removed, whether it's a uterus or a pair of testicles from your kid, based on their opinion or something temporary as them being ridiculed at school, I think that's a little extreme. And I think if you make that decision, I think whatever consequences that follow you, good or bad, you should accept them. I don't believe the law should come in and stop whatever consequences come your way if you go to the point of letting your kid convince you that that's what needs to happen. I think whatever consequences come your way, I think you should fully accept them. So, in my opinion, if a parent of a minor allows a child to have a sex change, should they be protected by law? I think no. I don't think it should be a law. I think each state should deal with themselves accordingly. I don't think it should be any federal law protecting parents from having to deal with a consequence that come, whether it's good or bad. So that is my professional weigh-in tonight. Again, this is not made up. This is actually a conversation that happened in Joe Biden's town hall concerning the subject you see scrolling down the bottom of the screen, our bill, and the amendments that then came in tonight. Hollatics, y'all still got time to weigh in. On the floor tonight, if a parent of a minor allows a child to have a sex change, should they be protected by the law? I had numerous Hollatics weigh in tonight and say, no way. And I had Hollatics weigh in and say, everybody should be protected by law, Raz. At the end of the day, it's on God what happens to that person. And I also had a Hollatics say, nah, Raz, I don't think they should be protected by law, but we just can't. It's hard for a parent to see their kid go through such anguish and not feel like and have the power to do something about it and don't use it. So, man, I love it. I'm not a one-way person. I love logical debates. Me and Bug debated forever over the Ice Cube thing the other night. He had me hot over here. I'm like, well, why don't you do something then? Stop trolling. And I see he did, man. Appreciate you tuning in, Bug. You know, I love you, bro. And I don't let everybody get under my skin. I have to love you. I let you under my skin like that, Bug, man. Appreciate you. Hollatics, y'all still have time to weigh in. Some of y'all are a little quiet tonight, man. Again, tonight, if you're just tuning in for the first time, this is the Holla-tics Live Interactive Podcast. I'm Raz, your host. No bars and stars here. We don't promote celebrity culture, music, LeBron James, all that. I love all these dudes, man. I've been a musician for 25 years of my life. Still am. Got a record I'm cutting recently. Supposed to release this summer. I think it'll be out this winter, but I don't talk about that. You ain't hear me bust one flow. I play a little more music on here, but that's not what this show is about. This show is about you, me, and our decisions. And tonight on the floor, it was parents of minors who are transgender. Should they be protected by law? According to Joe Biden, if he is president, he said yes, within the first 100 days, he will make that happen. And, you know, God love us all, whatever we are. But my personal way in was that, I don't think, I don't think the law should protect you. I think if you go to the extremities of allowing your child to do so, you should face whatever consequences that come with them. And I'm going to stand back, and I think the federal law should stand back as well, man. Hollatics, we are on our way out, man. If you didn't have a chance to weigh in and you want to weigh in, the conversation continues on. Hollatics, y'all get to know each other, man. It's a lot of people in that thread, man. I know if y'all got to know each other, man, y'all would love on each other just like y'all love me, just like I love y'all. This is the Hollatics Live Interactive Podcast. I'm Raz, your host. We do this every night from 7:30 to 8:30 here Central. On the East, it is 8:30 to 9:30 on the West. It will be something like 6 or 5 or something, but you can catch us out on Urban Vegas, as well as we streaming live on YouTube. You can go back, watch. If you ain't a Facebook dude, you can go back to YouTube, watch the show. I thank y'all for tuning in. I will see you guys tomorrow night. Listen, y'all send me floor subjects. I need subjects from y'all. I'm tired of hogging the floor with stuff that I'm concerned with. I need the stuff y'all concerned with. Listen, if you had the power to change someone's life and you have the opportunity, you need to do that. That's why God put you in that position. And like my man Pickle Juice would say, walk with the king and be a blessing in all things. I'm Raz. I'm out. I love you guys, man.